Morning folks, as some of you, not many of you, but some of you might know, I've now moved into my new pating. This has been non-stop all morning. I've moved into my new house and it is that time to sort out something with my bike. So in here, under the stairs area, this is where I've got to fit my bike, which isn't bad, you know, it's a dedicated place in the house, that's not bad. But the old bars, there's not a lot of room. You can see that it's touching the wall there. There's not a lot of room here. And I feel like I somehow need to get it up. Off the ground. Because I can't fit my daughter's bike in here as well, because the bar's kind of clack. Anyway, I've got a tape measure. I've got a pen and paper, and I'm going to have to get some planning done. I've got no idea how this is going to work. So I've just been down to Southern Outfitters, or Yorkshire Trading as they prefer to be called, and I've done what I usually do in there, where there's like loads of stuff, get distracted, and then come home with a bag thinking, have I actually bought the stuff that I really need? So I've got a coffee, and we'll delve through it and see if I've got the right stuff to do something with this job. So, bingo. It's not exactly pretty, but it's definitely functional. There's now room for a third bike and still got some shelf wall space. That'll do for that. Well, that's storage for the bike's pretty much taken care of. There is some work I still need to do, like I do need to put some shelving up in there because there's all kinds of bits and bobs. Maybe some kind of hooks to hang things from as well. But hey, that's for another time. Today, well, to be honest, over the past couple of nights, it's been pretty windy up here, and today's all about going and checking that we don't have any blown down branches covering the track and see what sort of condition the tape's in. So far it's just little bits and bobs have blown down, nothing major, no massive branches. It might be worse over there, might be fine, we'll go and check it out. But one of the jobs I wanted to do was to get these push-up signs put up. Thanks very much to Andrew for that, you're a star, and the most much put my teeth in, they're much appreciated. Cheers buddy. Well, it's been a bit more windy than I thought it has. Obviously, I could feel it kind of blowing around in the night at home, and I figured that, just up here it was probably going to be that little bit worse. Hadn't quite realised that there was going to be as many branches strewn across the tracks as there were. This is all part and parcel of why I come up here and check. But the other thing that's happened is the track tape's taken quite a beating. Now I came prepared to do a job with the kind of push-up signs and a rake to kind of help move away some branches, twigs, etc. But I didn't come prepared with spare tape and what have you, so that's going to have to be a job for first thing in the morning. Get back up here and do some tape repairs. I've got a bit of a love and hate relationship with track tape. It's great that for a quick reference, if you're kind of like looking at the track in front of you, that you can boz your head up, and when there's track tape up you can quickly see, get an idea of the line of where it goes in front of you. It's great for that, but it's kind of constant maintenance. Obviously we get incidents of like where people accidentally ride through it and break it, but obviously we've been on the side of a fell, a bit of wood on the side of a fell, facing against the wind. When it's blowing a gale, then well, do you know what, to be fair, it's just part of it, isn't it? You get it repaired, get it put back up and ready for the weekend, so it's probably not as bad as I make out. I put a short video up at the beginning of the week. I hope you got to see it. I hope you got the score on it. I had to do a bit of a a bit of a reaction to, there was last month, you might have seen that there was a heck of a lot of like race footage, race photographs. The stuff that was coming out that was tagged in GNAR Bike Park was heavily race orientated, obviously, because we just had the PMBA Enduro, and I kind of had to make a bit of a reaction to that, because ultimately this, you know, I don't have a race venue here. This is just somewhere that I allowed them to use as a race venue once a year. You know, we're a training facility, and I just kind of wanted to steer things back towards that, because, you know, we were getting some people, maybe you, who were thinking, well, is that the place that I can ride and go and chill and session? Is it a full-on race venue? What's it all about? So that video was all about just a little bit of a redirection and just reminding people that, you know, ultimately it's all about dicking about on bikes in the woods. Friday morning, and I'm up here doing all the tape that's blown down. Just sorted out this section here. As you might be able to see, we've got different bits down there. There's some bits that have come down there. Essentially, nature's like, I don't give a shit if it's a pain in the ass for you to tape back up. We decided to be windy that day. One thing I don't think I've really talked to you about, or maybe I can't remember anyway, but is this the third feature down on Electric Landlady. It's basically, it's in place and tacked in place at the moment. Let's get down on it. What we're looking for on this one is to put some braces and some legs so that we stop any of the kind of bouncy effect. And obviously, just take it around, we are literally just single nailed in place, just so it gives me leaves it here for an idea of height, which is roughly where I want to be. But anyway, we've got a lot more work to kind of lock it all in, and then to work on the landing, which is, if I can get them right behind you, so these two tiny spindly trees will come out right at the base, and we'll start to lift some of this hump over and dig some of that area down there. And I don't know, it's not going to be that easy on GoPro, I don't think. I'm trying to guess at when the shot might become wide enough, but if you can kind of see the tip, and you're going to land down somewhere in here. There's a fair old slope to go at. I'm really looking forward to this one. I know it doesn't seem, it's not like a huge massive feature for a line like Electric Landlady, but I'm kind of looking forward to popping off, and I'm hoping, you know, I'll get down somewhere in here somewhere. It's a good old, oh no, actually that's quite a long way. Let's just not quite be that. Okay, maybe somewhere for the first few tries, maybe somewhere down in here somewhere. But anyway, it's all part of that line to work on, and it's something that I'm looking forward to. I suppose I'll say this now, these are the next winter project. For me, Electric Landlady has taken far too long. It's been a mental year with moving house, and I'm still decorating the old house. It's been nuts, but Electric Landlady is going to get finished this winter, and I'm going to start with the intentions and the hopes of finishing Beggars Canyon. Let us get some of this. I can still see more blown down tape. Let us get some of this sorted out, and I'll show you a little bit about Beggars Canyon, or at least the area where it's going. Behind me is the fire break line for where the bottom of Beggars Canyon is going to be situated. We're sat right in between Gasoline Alley and GAP at the moment. This is probably going to be Probably going to be a February-March project, and the idea for track style is take Gasoline Alley. I always sort of describe Gasoline Alley as being get to the chopper on steroids. So the idea for this is to take Gasoline Alley and put that on steroids and see what that turns out like. I've already got some spots kind of picked out, and I've originally, a long time ago, people who've been following me for a while will know that a long time ago I set to do some cuts on here, and then realised, kind of midway into it, realised that there was other priorities happening, and kind of got distracted by other tracks. But this one's still in the back of my mind. I still want to put stuff in here, and yeah, there's one or two areas in this that are going to be a lot of fun. I've just done one of those Facebook Live malarkey things about the track update. So if you didn't see that, I wanted to include it in the vlog as well. I'm not going to say, so stop watching the vlog, go back and look at some Facebook Live thing. I might as well just show you now. So, as you can probably see, we've got pretty clear skies at the moment, and track conditions are kind of dusty. I don't even know if that's showing up properly, but it's pretty dry. So what we can do is just walk you down a bit as well. I'm on Gasoline Alley as well. It's because I'd already said that in the Facebook one. Let's get that big Clemmy out of the way. It's not in a really good spot. Just walk you down towards this corner, which, as you're coming out of the alleyway out of Gasoline Alley, this corner is way more tricky than it looks, especially if you've been brave and kept some speed up. It's not a great place for a Clemmy. So yeah, as everything kind of rolls down into here, you can see it's kind of, that's pretty sandy, pretty dusty. It's not exactly wet conditions. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, you know, it's autumn, and it's nice that everything's not just soaked and boggy. I just wanted to let you know, for, you know, some people ask me about tyre choice and stuff, and I know some of you on a Friday night set up your bikes for the weekend, or a Saturday if you come in Sunday, and you might like to mess about with your tyre. Personally, the Norco comes with the Maxis on, so can't leave them on all the time. But if you do want to have a bit of a change around, then that's what we're looking at. Could do with a shower on it, to be honest with you. I said this in the Facebook thing. Wouldn't really do any harm to just wet it down a shed and let some of that tack back up, so you can get especially the front tyre corner knobbles in. It's funny that we stood over near, get to the chopper. Now we are actually on get to the chopper. I don't know where it's at. Keep looking for it. That, by the way, that happens quite frequently. I'm going to take a guess, if it is the normal one, that it's the Great North Air Ambulance. A lot of respect for the work that those lot do. But they have a helipad just down the valley, and sometimes directly over from sort of Ullswater way, flying right their way across. The way that one was going is the most direct route to get over to Newcastle, which is never good if someone's in the chopper go to Newcastle. It's always bad news. But that's how this track Get to the Chopper got its name. I was working away on here, and it came overhead. Right guys, apart from 3 more jobs, I'm nearly sorted, and we'll call that a Friday. I'm going to sign this vlog off now, because the kind of manual labour and heavy breathing jobs. So yeah, it's Friday, nearly the weekend, nearly time to ride. I'm now still thinking that maybe I'd need to get a cheeky couple of park laps in on Sunday. So yeah, look out for if I bring the bike up. If I do bring the bike up, I'll bring the camera as well, and we'll let everybody get sort of signed in and sorted. And I tend to like fly out on the park laps maybe about 3 o'clock-ish. Anyway, let's see how Friday night and Saturday go, and we'll go from there. So if you're riding this weekend, have a great time, and if you're coming up here, I'll see you in the cabin. We'll have the crack. Take it easy, and thanks very much for your time, folks.